Blake, pick a man, bring your kit.
Today we are going to talk a story, a beautiful story crafted with an unpredictable way of making. 1917. 1917 is another war film created last year, but not just any war story, it actually much more a simple story of one single event that occurs before the fight begins.
We will lose 2 battalions, 1,600 men, your brother among them. You think you can get there in time?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Good. Over to you, Lieutenant.
The story begins with its title reveal, whether as just an opening or sequence or the time of the journey is being held. We then followed our 2 protagonists getting ready for a new mission ordered for them. The first is Blake, the second is Schofield, or just Sco for short. They are ordered to deliver a message to pull back the troops in the front line before the next morning, or they will lose a very big amount of men, specifically 1,600 men, which is considered 2 battalions of force. They are told and they are understand, like it or not, the only way to get through there is by walking day and night. Even though the story is very simple, they manage to tell us this tiny job has a very big consequences. With a limited time is given, you can feel the tense keeps rising while watching just the 2 of them walking across the enemy front line. Without a significant fight scene, you can feel the tense. In that time, everything is very possible to happen and cause them to die before the message is sent. Wherever they go, whenever they talk, bad things is crawling right at their backs. You can also feel enjoy just seeing them talking about anything else beside war while doing their job. There's nothing that holds this movie down. The more it shows the narrative, the more it keeps going on further.
Cut. Very good.
The acting was pulled very great. It felt real and it emotionally impacted the whole story's narration. You can see how a soldier will act on something that we too experience in our life. For example, when we talk about war, we always know they are parted from their beloved family far away, and they might not come back to them. In this film, they captured those feelings perfectly. There can't be a drama conflicting in your heart to slow your duty down. You must get up and fulfill the task that is given upon you, which really showed us the anxiety and the depression that a soldier will always face in their day of war. The fact that they used a single one-shot technique for this film, it created the narrative experience much more realistic. Considering the story only took 2 days, every shot is beautifully captured. The rumble, the gore, and even what's left after the war. It is brilliant and it is gorgeous. Roger Deakins is totally very talented person. Then there's the music by Thomas Newman. The music is terrific. It's haunting, it's magnificent. It totally pumped up the story even more. It gave the story another depth. For the last, the director itself, Sam Mendes, the guy who brought every idea together. He's the one who brought the idea of one long shot film. He's the one who knows the story more than anyone else at the time. Dude, this whole story is inspired by his great-grandfather who was given a similar task. I also love how he addressed him at the end of the film. He's clever and genius, if I may say. He made this film as perfect as it is supposed to be, and also considering World War I is a rare story to be told, you feel everything that is built in this movie is a truly absolute diamond, and I love it. But like any other movie, none of them has gone to be a full perfect film. With no exception, this film, now there's no major problem in this film. It actually needs you to think really hard to even find the slightest one, because how wonderful this movie is made. The only problem in this film will be seen when you are about to rethink or rewatch this film. You'll find yourself slowly realizing this film is not that complex. This film is not that unpredictable and even easy to break down of its structure. Then again, it only happens if you are going to rethink and rewatch this film for several times.
So, He slathers it all over his bonnet.
Regardless, it's one of the greatest films I've ever seen so far. So with no further ado, let's rank up this baby up. 1917 gets a 95%, a masterful art.
We need to keep moving! Come on!
We can't possibly make it that way, man! You bloody insane!
In 1917 is a very beautiful war film that I have ever seen in the past years. I highly recommend this film. You must watch it, and I genuinely really love one of the messages that this film brought, which is just because something is small doesn't mean you have to take it as lightly as it is, but no, you have to take it as serious as anything should be, as serious as your life depends on it. And for example, in this pandemic, for all of you who are still in online classes, don't forget to do your homework. I'm Serizawa from the NightOWL review. Once again want to say terima kasih telah menonton, semoga kalian menikmatinya, dan sampai jumpa lagi di video selanjutnya. See ya.